big apologies for my big fat head being in the big fat way, because I'm still not used to. I got this set up the hotkey to go. I had it set up to go to the regular scene when I hit my numpad plus key, and now what that does is that goes to this full size screen thing here. And what I'm doing right now is uh, I added the one with the little in the corner. I'm doing numpad dot. So um, that's the way that goes. So let me switch to that, just like that. And forgive me for Anyways, we just added the prefab. We grabbed the gargoyle, opened its prefab, took the point of view, put it down here, created prefab of it, then dragged it back over here to the ghost, and now the ghost has the observer. So hopefully you won't be too mad. Set up a Navmesh agent component. Now this is the fun stuff. The Navmesh stuff is the stuff that I'm going to be using. In fact, I don't think in my little test demo I actually did. No, I think I actually did create a nav mesh there, I think. So yeah, that was fine. Okay, so now you're ready to set up Ghost so it can move around your game environment. You're going to use two components to do this. A nav mesh agent, which allows the Ghost to find paths around the nav mesh you baked in the environment tutorial. I don't even remember doing that. So let's see something right now. Let's before before I do anything right here in this last video well, it's actually not the last video of the day now. This is going to be starting on 2. So like the 4th video of the day. Anyways, the environment. I don't remember setting up a. I guess we did for John Lemon. We did set up the. That's right. I totally forgot. Totally forgot. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to resume. Let's go back to continue. Let's go back to resume tutorial. Okay. Navmesh agent, right. Script which tells the Navmesh agent where the ghost should go. Let's start by creating the Navmesh agent. In the inspector, add new Navmesh agent to the ghost game object. I'm presuming we're still in the prefab here, I believe. Yes. Okay. Inspector, add a new Navmesh component. Whoop. No. Ghost. Add component. Navmesh agent. Awesome. Let's go ahead and collapse some of the. Can I collapse this? Yes. Let's collapse some of these here until we need them. We'll leave transform up there. We'll leave transform up there. In the inspector, add the component that goes in. Humanoid steering 3.5 120. You will mostly be able to use default settings for this component, but there are a few that you need to adjust. In the scene view, you should see a cylinder representation of the Navmesh agent around the ghost, which I do. Okay. This is a little big, and the inspector changed the radius property of the Navmesh agent component to 0.25. So, radius property 0.25. Okay. The agent's height is also a bit taller, and since the environment doesn't have a ceiling, this is also quite a bit taller than the ghost, but since the environment doesn't have a ceiling, this won't matter. Change the speed of the Navmesh agent component to 1.5. So where is Speedy? 1.5. The default speed of 3.5 meters per second is pretty fast for a ghost, and it will make your game a little too difficult. Change the stopping distance property of the nav agent to 0.2. Stopping distance. 0.2. You won't need too much precision on how close the waypoints the ghosts get, so increase the distance the Navmesh agent's able to be from its destination and still consider itself arrived. So, okay. Right. Alright. Save your changes. Save. Navmesh agent's now set up, but it won't do anything by itself. It needs to have its destination set to do this. You need to write a script. Not a script. Not a script. Okay. Create a new waypoint patrol script. Navmesh agents on patrol. Police Academy 4, Navmesh agents on patrol. The ghosts in your game are going to move by patrolling in a loop through a collection of waypoints, so it makes sense that we'll call this script Waypoint Patrol. Don't forget to save your changes as you go. To create the new script, in the project window, go to Asset Scripts. Okay, Assets Scripts. We need to do the scripting. Scripts. Right click, scripts, create C# script. Waypoint Patrol. Highway Patrol. Was that what of the highway? Something of the highway patrol? Something of the waypoint patrol? Cops of the waypoint patrol. In the hierarchy, wait. Right click on the scripts. Create. In hierarchy, select the ghost game object. Drag the newly created waypoint patrol script from the project window into the inspector and add it to the ghost as a component. Add as a component. Double click on the waypoint patrol script to open it for editing. Double clicking. Double clicking. And I'm going to readjust my window here. Something like that. Which is cool. Mark as completed. It is now completed. Well, it's not completed. Set the destination of the Navmesh agent. Before you start editing the script, let's think briefly about what it needs to do. It should set the destination of the Navmesh agent both when the scene is first loaded and whenever the ghost has reached its destination. In order to know when it has reached its destination, you will need to check every frame. So let's start editing your new script. You are going to need both start and update methods in the script, so it doesn't make sense to remove them as you've done before. Instead, just remove the comments above the start and update methods. Script should now look like this, which it does. You're going to need to tell the Navmesh agent what destination it should have, so you need a reference to it. In order to do any scripting with the Navmesh agent, you need to include its namespace. At the top of the script with the other using directives, add the following code using Unity Engine AI. Using Unity Engine AI. And that is how we do it. Okay. Including the AI namespace will give you access to the Navmesh agent class. Above the start method, add the following. Public Navmesh agent. Navmesh agent. Pug reference to the component will enable you to assign the Navmesh agent reference in the inspector window. Reset. S. Save. I am going to end the video here, and we will continue on in the next video.